Okay, folks, wanted to film a little recording to give you guys an idea of what I look at when I'm underwriting a deal. So I'm going to very quickly, 10 minutes, I hope, talk through the latest property purchase that we've exchanged on today, the risks, how I mitigated those risks in my mind and got comfortable with shelling out 500 quid on a surveyor's report, engaging solicitors for £2,500. And it's essentially pushing go and buying this project. So I won't talk about finding the deal on this one. I'll just be strictly focusing on the numbers, how I made them work, or how I got confidence in them, and a couple of concerns around the actual project specifics. So these are your inputs into a property deal. We've got purchase price, our renovation, the stamp duty, HMRC need debit, cost of finance, and our lawyers. So I'm borrowing the full £69,000 from the client to purchase this property. I've arranged that at 10%, which is £6,900 for the year, £575 per month. I have included an assumption that I will have this property let from month 6. So I'll buy it today, I'll renovate it for the next 3 months. I should have a tenant by month 4, really. But I'm allowing month 6 if there are delays. So that's an income. So of my costs, these are total costs. These are costs on buying, fixing, filling the property, less the income that I'm going to earn through the course of that 12 month, which is £4,800 per month. So from that, we've got our total cost. Post renovation, £140,000. That's what I think it will be worth after works. Conservatively, I'll come to that. We've then got our mortgage figure, 75%. That's what's coming back. At 6%, it's going to be £6,300 per year. The money left in, so that is those two inputs. That's the total cost that we spend, less the money that we're going to get back. So you can actually have money given back to you on top of your total cost if you're buying particularly well. Then we have our cash flow forecast or model. It's really not a model. We don't need to dress it up and make it sexy. This is the back of a fag packet type of exercise. We've got our rent, we've got our management, that's our letting agent. We've got our operational expenditure, which is about 10%. So that goes to pay your insurance, reserve for if and when things go wrong. Our variables. Now, our variables are our renovation, cost of our renovation and the post-renovation value, what it will be worth in 6 months' time. Those are two variables. Now, this one being too big and this one being too low means you are not earning very well. You just see the return on money there completely get smashed to bits. So those are the figures. Now into the DD. This is the property we're buying. Boom, 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 boom. So old kitchen. Old bathroom. Old walls. Old plumbing. And it doesn't have a picture of the hot water tank. And old electrics with the trunking. Looks pretty awful. Needs full rip out and repair. So replaster, replumb, rewire, new kitchen, new bathroom. Done. Okay. 30 to 35K. 35 is pretty toppy. I think you'll do it for 30. But I'll keep you posted. The difficulties with the project. This is better for showing that, actually. Here are the quirks. No, that's not the one. Is that the one? This yellow line is an alley, which is the only way to access these 3 properties. Parking is a problem. You can park sort of here, along the side here, or on these roads. Either way, mum, 2 kids, rain, prams, shopping, it's going to be a deterrent, okay? I am cognizant of that. I'm fully aware. But in the rental market where there are 0 properties to rent in this postcode, do you think there might be some people prepared to walk and rent? Yes, I agree. I think there will be too. So coming to the DD about the property. So it's a little bit quirky, fine. But my comparable property that I'm comparing this to is this one. This property sold in August 22, which I'll come to. So it gives me a pretty good steer on what the property next door is going to be worth. I always say in the bridging, look, when we're looking at funding these projects for other people, I don't want to be comparing this house to something on the other end of town. Ideally, you want the houses next door to have sold fairly recently. You want them to be of a similar standard. You want to be of a similar size and style. This house on the end being a 5-bed with a loft conversion and double extension at the back is not the same as the one I'm about to show you, and so should not be a comparable. In this instance, I'm fortunate it doesn't have an extension. Mine does. So arguably, that's a plus for my one. So that's not really essential. That's not essential. That's not essential. That's not essential. So confirming end value, right? We've got the property next door. We're going to write me sold prices. Pump in the postcode. This is the property next door. £130,000. Brilliant. Let's go to Zoopla. Zoopla have a lot of data, market tracking. They simply, if the market does 10% in a year, they'll tack it onto the purchase price. They give you a live estimate. It's not really worth a great deal, but it gives you a steer. In this instance, the property is worth 134 to 148,000 pounds. It was bought for 130, maybe a little bit more. It doesn't take into account physical upgrades of the property. So, for example, if these people that bought the property next door, that's in decent condition, but if they went in and put a giant extension across the back, yeah, or a loft conversion, or brand new kitchen and bathroom, full rip out and redecoration, this model would not reflect that. So understanding that the flaws in the model is important. Square footage. London people get really obsessed with square footage because it's a significant sum. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But a few crude metrics. The house we're buying, number 4, it's a mid-terrace, which goes against us, versus an end terrace, which is better. You have side access. We don't. Ours is 133 square meters. Theirs is 90 square meters. So there's a difference there. Fantastic. I think that might be wrong. EPC assessors do tend to get these things wrong. So, hey, we'll have a new one done and we'll see. Excuse me. This is all public information, all of what I've shown you. So EPC register, just go to Google EPC registers. Find an energy certificate. Start now, domestic property, continue, you pump it in. That's A32HY. Boom, there it is. Any property that is sold or let will have to have these, legal requirement. So even properties that go onto market, agents will be saying, have you got your EPC register done, certificate done? This title registers, this is all available at Land Registry. I won't get into the detail of setting up an account and finding those. Cost money, £3 per entry. So that's £3 for the title, £3 for the register, six whole pounds to find out exactly where the boundary is. It's worth using. It's a helpful tool. Finally, so DD on the specific property, what were the risks? Let's get to it. It was old. Was it brick built? Standard construction. I need to make sure this thing's mortgageable after spending £100,000 on it. So I downloaded the title for next door. They've got a mortgage. I can see that they've got a mortgage from their title register. I can show you that. No, I can't. Don't have it easily available. The back of the property, these extensions tend to be a problem if they're poorly built. The roof, my flat roof is pooling water, so that's a problem that needs looking at. But structurally, they can very often be falling away from the main body of the house, which can be a problem. So getting that checked out, having a surveyor look around that, get comfortable with it, really important stuff. The sewer for the 3 properties runs across the back of these 3 properties within the extension. So there is a manhole just there. There is a build over agreement. That was made apparent from the legal pack that the seller solicitor sent across, which is great. So this rear extension, is it legally built? You can find that out quite easily. You go on to local council planning permission site. Let's just start from scratch here for you. English, please. Accept cookies, English. We have planning applications, view planning applications, SA13 UHY, search. Okay, brilliant. 4-star Vale. That's the property I'm buying. Kitchen dining room extension. Fantastic. It's unlikely to have the related documents, but because this was June 1984. The internet didn't exist, so it was all on paper. Have they uploaded them? I really doubt it. No, they've not uploaded the file. So I just know the headline information. You go to details, you can see that it was decided and it was approved. Fantastic. That is a legally built extension. It's been up for 40 years. So yeah, that's helpful information. It means that I can go into this purchase with a few of the concerns around the compliance ticked off. So again, going back to Excel, the only risks that we've got, the renovation. Am I going to get it done for £30,000? Time will tell. Post renovation value, I'm really confident that it's going to achieve more than that. It's got an extension versus the other property next door, which doesn't. It's larger. Fine. Well, I mean, the neighbors was 130. So this is what I'm in for if it's 130. Oh, gee. This is what I'm in for if it's 130. Total spends 106. I'll receive 97 back. I'll have £7,000. I'll have £8,700 left in the deal. So that is the total cost less the mortgage I'll get back. At 6%, I'll be earning £2,000 a year. It's 25%. In my mind, that would be a down valuation. I'd be quite disappointed with that. I think I'll be going into this asking for 150 and hopefully getting my money back. So spending 106, getting 106 back, and receiving 112. A little bit into the insight of my mindset when I'm looking at these deals. You can see that there's a lot of what ifs, risk offs, attitudes. How can I mitigate? How can I identify and mitigate various risks in the buying process? So yeah, that's what you want to be looking for. Projecting out, in 5 years, these rents are going to creep up and rates aren't going to be at 6%. They're likely going to settle in the next 6 to 9 months at maybe 5. You can get 4.8% mortgages at the moment. It's a product fee. It costs you fine. But your cash flow is quite a bit better and at 6%. So yeah, they will settle there. Guys, any questions? Comment section below. Yeah, look forward to catching up soon. End.